Hi, and welcome back to No Cabin Fever today. With us today we have Katerina Kolina from StiltSoft, and she will tell us a little bit about how effortless employee training and Confluence can be. Without further ado, I'd like to hand over to Katerina. The stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Katerina, and thank you for having me. I will share my screen real quick. So yeah, my talk today is Effortless Employee Training and Confluence. And a few words about my company first and where I come from. So I'm a product owner with StiltSoft, and we are Platinum Top Vendor and Silver Solution Partner from Belarus. Since 2010, our team is making apps for Confluence, Jira, and Bitbucket, and we're loving it. At the moment, we have more than 15 apps on the marketplace, and there are over 4,000 customers using them. Here are a few photos of our team, a few of us at one of the summits, and we love working hard, and we also try not to forget to have fun. So these are some of the activities that we engage in as a team. People usually know us by one of our top solutions. Among them, table filter and charts for Confluence, awesome graphs for Bitbucket, and smart attachments for Jira. All right, so as we're moving towards the actual topic, employee training and Confluence, a few words about why it's important and why invest time in organizing employee training real briefly. So first of all, it's about building confidence in competency of your team and credibility, so you can really rely on the people working for you. Again, it's also a great deal when people are on the same page about the processes and things that they are planning to achieve, so employee training helps with that. And another thing is the ability to learn what you don't know, early enough, so you can fill in those gaps and educate people timely. And the last point that I wanted to cover here is a kind of motivation that people have when they achieve something and when they complete a course and they do it successfully. It brings this rewarding feeling of accomplishment. Employee education is really a vast topic, and there are so many aspects in that, including onboarding of new people, and the situations when people are transferred from one team to another, when we need to have some training in place, certification and compliance, product knowledge and software knowledge, training, as well as just regular education, where people want to move on with their career and have some professional growth. So we have all those things in mind here in the talk. And you might ask me why have learning and education in Confluence. Well, yeah, possibly Confluence is something that you think of when you are looking for the tool for collaboration of the teams, but learning is another great workflow and opportunity that you can consider Confluence as a solution for several reasons. So one of them is, with Confluence, you can have collaboration and learning in one place, so people don't have to learn to use an external learning management system. Instead, they have everything going in one place in Confluence, so they don't have to switch systems, don't have to learn anything new as the application. They have the native interface that they know how to use, and that's a great benefit both for creators and learners. And for creators, a great advantage is the assets, the knowledge-based assets that they already have in Confluence. So all the documentation pages that were created by themselves earlier or by their colleagues and other teams, they are at their disposal and they can use that for learning really easily. I would like to show two options, two approaches, how you can organize employee education in Confluence. The first one doesn't require any apps, so it works out of the box and you can try it right away. And the other one needs the app called Courses and Quizzes LMS for Confluence. So here's the first approach. And here's the idea is that you create a new space dedicated for education and learning, and a few tips how to do that and how to make it more effective. So one of the things that you can keep in mind and try is to have the informative and easy to navigate homepage. So it can be like the entry point where people come and they see different routes for them. For example, if they need to go through onboarding, they will click the first option. And if they're looking for some training course, they will go to the second one. So it serves like the first place that they see, and it's easy to navigate from here. And for each of these aspects, then you can create a separate landing page like that with different job roles. And let's say the developer comes to this like dashboard, and then they choose their section, and it takes them to the learning that is available for them. Any kind of learning like compliance, knowledge, training, and things like that. Okay, and another idea would be to organize a course, because when we're talking about learning, a course is the basic unit, and in Confluence you can use pages, subsets of pages that can serve as a course. And here really everything is about structure and organizing. So if you have like a good subset of pages with the hierarchy where you have like the major page as the start page of the course, and then some child pages with all the modules, it can really work. So here's an example. And I've mentioned before that one of the benefits of using Confluence as an LMS is the ability to reuse the content that you already have. And one of the ways to do that is the include page macro. It allows you to bring the content of another page, which can be even in another space, onto the current page. So instead of copy pasting everything and cluttering Confluence with duplicate content, which is really hard to maintain and update in several places, you can just use this option. Another tip would be to have some checklists set up, and then for each training you can have the template created for the learner. So when you have somebody new joining the training, you can then create this checklist from the template. And the template is basically like an empty template with the checkboxes and all the content that people need to go through. And when they complete it, they mark it. And you can do that on a space level or a global level. And that's how it looks like in the create menu when you have some custom templates available. And that's the example of the checklist of the person. So here they will just have these checkboxes. You can see them somewhere lower on the bottom of the page. And when they're done, they will just check that. And of course, you need a kind of monitoring for the creators, and you can do that using the page properties report. So if your template has the page property macro on it, then you can take the information, all the data from that macro, and then deliver to the report like that. So it will be like a global report across all training happening in the space. When you need to enroll somebody and assign the training, you can really be creative here, but one of the options is just to use the regular share page option. When you share the page with a person and in the message you say, oh, hey, here's the training for you. Please take a look and complete it. And yeah, in this case, you can either share the start page of the course or the checklist of the person. And to sum everything up about this solution, well, it's really simple to get it done, especially when you have the majority of your content already in Confluence. And then you can reuse some of this material. And then this creation stays with you, and you can update that and use that for months to come. Of course, there are also some drawbacks, such as absence of reporting, because the page property report that I showed you, it doesn't really work well when you have too many people, and people, they make mistakes, they forget to mark the checkbox. So it's not really automated, and that's why it's not super reliable. Another thing is that it's difficult for people to track what they left off. So when they're going through the training, it might be a couple of days for them to complete. And when they come back, they don't really remember which page they left off. Okay, and now when we're approaching to the other solution, which requires courses and quizzes, LMS app. This is the app page on the marketplace, and it's used for the variety of use cases. Employee education is one of them. The first part is the courses part, and here's what the creators, learning administrators get when they try this app and use it for learning and education. So the big part is the course administration page. So here they have all the controls that they need for the creation, for the easy creation, and for the management of the content. So they can add something, remove, and have this overview of what's included. Just like with the previous approach, here in the courses, it's so easy to reuse the content that you already have, because you can search by page and include the page that was created before. It will be part of your course. You can combine content like video, PDF, presentation, any kind of content with tests. So at every step of the way, you can really have some assessment in place to check the understanding of people. There's this report with the results. So you see the progress of people, and if there's some test included, you will see how they did. Assigning the course is really simple. You just enroll people via email, and you can also include external users. So if not everybody in your team uses Confluence, you can engage them too. Just type their email address and they will get an invite to the course. So they don't really need the account in Confluence to take the course in this case. Another way to bring people to course would be to let them self-enroll. So instead of you enrolling them, you can open this course for self-enrollment, and it will become available in this learning page in the header of Confluence. So here they will have the catalog of courses, and then they will come and browse it and select what's relevant, what's of interest, and self-enroll. Okay, and now we are taking a look at the experience with courses from the perspective of a participant. So they get an email notification like that, and when they, and the other way would be if they self-enroll, they come to learning, and then they come to the course from there. While taking the course, each module is shown one by one, and the people click mark as completed button when they are done, and it makes it very easy to come back to the course. So they just go to my courses in learning, and then they find the course that they haven't completed yet. They click there, and then have this continue button on the landing page of the course. All right, and the other part of the app is the test, the quizzes, which can be separate of the course as well as included inside of the training content. And here's a little video of how it works. So we just give it a name, and then we have the quiz administration page. When we're creating questions, we can have the ones created from scratch or reuse the existing questions from other quizzes that we had before. And there is plenty of settings that can make your assessment really flexible. So you can set number of attempts, due date, and when to show results after each question, maybe at the end of the quiz. And here's how it looks like when the person is taking the test. So they see one question at a time, they answer it, and then they have the results. The report on the quiz page allows you to see the progress of people and go to their answers as well. So that's a brief overview. Okay, and our app, just like any other server app or cloud app, is available for free trial. And yeah, I didn't mention that we have all the versions like data center, server, and cloud. for the app. And we also have the demo site of the server version where you can come and try the app without downloading and installing on your system. So it has all the content there for you to play with that. Here's my contact if you have any questions that we don't cover today. So feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your attention. And if you have any questions, let's cover them.
Thank you very much, Katerina. To the audience, so you should have a Q&A box at the bottom of your Zoom window. And if you have any questions to what Katerina was presenting, just use the Q&A box. Okay, let's give them a few more seconds. Otherwise, I'll thank everyone for tuning in today. I hope to see you back next week on Monday when we have another Atlassian Community Berlin event special by Resolution. And I wish you a very, very nice weekend. Hope to see you back on Monday. Take care, bye-bye, and thanks again, Katerina.
Thank you so much.